Hey guys, AJ with Relentless Racing. Welcome back to the channel. The MR2 Spyder has a common clunk, and it typically happens when you go over bumps, and that culprit is usually located right under here. Before we get into that, I just added a bunch of products onto the website. Sway bars, fuel pumps, clutches, coilovers, radiators, and many others. Check out the link in the description. If you want something specific, email us at shoprelentlessracing@gmail.com. So what you got to do is you got to jack up your vehicle, put it on jack stands, and remove the front wheels. Okay, let's figure out exactly where we are. This guy right here is the front strut. This is your front left knuckle. This is the lower control arm. This is the steering arm right here. And this over here is the front sway bar. And connecting the front sway bar to the lower control arm is actually the end link, or sway bar end link. So this guy inside this is actually a ball joint. Typically this guy fails and the ball joint starts making noise in here. So sometimes you'll get a rip in here just like this one, and it'll let all the lubrication out and then the ball joint gets loose in here. And so as the lower control arm and the sway bar move up and down, this thing knocks. To test the front sway bar link, you could grab a pry bar and push up on the sway bar right here and just kind of rock it up and down to try and get it to knock. Unfortunately, this one doesn't knock, but that's how you test it. Just put it under here and push on that guy and try and get that thing to knock. So let's replace this front sway bar end link and get this thing up and rolling so it doesn't make any noise. Okay, let's use our gun and remove this 14mm nut. And then from underneath, we're going to remove this 12mm nut. This is the right side right here. You can kind of see it there and right here. You could kind of see all the rubber deteriorating right here. And this thing is about to rip as well, so it's a good thing we're replacing this front sway bar end link. So I bought this off of Rock Auto. It's a Dorman piece. Here's your part number, SL74255PR. Let's see what it looks like inside. All right, pretty much looks like the same stuff. Okay, so here is the factory piece, and then over here is the Dorman. So it looks like we've got two rubbers, right? There's the two rubbers right there. There are these two pieces, those are those two. So we're gonna have to steal the top retaining piece. So let's take that guy off. And we're gonna steal the top retaining piece. Put that guy on, and then we could put this guy on, and then it goes like this, and then like that, and like that. So that's what we're pretty much dealing with. So between this metal piece right here and this first rubber right here, that's where the control arm goes into. So let's install it. Okay, we've got the piece right here, and we're just gonna slide this guy in. Like that. Apparently I have a lame left hand. Come on, start. Okay, there's our sway bar end link right here. And again, this is the front left. And here we've got our stack up already. There's a washer, a rubber doohickey, and another washer. I should think it's a retainer, but whatever, I'm gonna call it a washer. Just kind of slip that guy on here, and then we're gonna attach our nut. Okay, let's torque this guy and this guy. This is a 14mm now because of the new bolt. That's a 17mm. 13 foot-pounds, 32 foot-pounds. Let's do the 13 right here. Okay, and this is 32 foot-pounds. And don't forget to let your OCD sing, and put a little torque stripe on there. Don't forget the torque stripe at the bottom as well. And congratulations, you just installed your first front sway bar end link. Just in case you might be struggling on the other side because the sway bar is too low, you could use your pry bar to get this guy into the hole. So just kind of position that there, put your pry bar down in here, and just lift it up just a little bit until it slips in. There she goes. All right, guys, let's put the wheels back on, get these jack stands off, and that's pretty much it. Well, that was a pretty easy job, and honestly, it was pretty quick. So if the next time you have a clunk in your MR2 Spyder, make sure you check out those front sway bar end links. Do me a favor, please subscribe, like, and comment. And of course, let me know how I'm doing on these videos, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. This is AJ with Relentless Racing. Stay relentless, and I'll see you on the track.